YouTube CEO walked on stage and said that AI is going to empower the next generation of creators. At the same time, YouTube demonetized thousands of channels for using AI. But it's not just about AI. Every day, countless channels are being demonetized in gaming, animation, and other niches. I know this because my channel got demonetized. But I already made a whole video on that, so this video is about how I spent an entire week looking at every single channel that got demonetized, and that's when I started to notice a pattern. See, when you take a closer look at which channels survived and which ones didn't, it breaks every single theory that you've heard. It's not about AI, it's not about templates, it's not about slop. There's an underlying rule underneath all of this, a very specific rule, and YouTube will not say it out loud. Once you see it, you can't unsee it. So I'm gonna show you exactly what that rule is, why YouTube had to write it this way, and what it means for the next decade on this platform. By the way, just so I don't get in trouble, everything in this video is my own speculation, nothing is confirmed. This is not an official statement from YouTube. To understand what's happening, you gotta understand the actual problem that YouTube is trying to solve, and it's a brutal one. YouTube has to cater to three main groups: the advertisers, the viewers, and the creators. With AI, more and more low-effort slop is being flooded onto the platform every single day, and this creates a problem for the advertisers. They don't want their ads running on low-effort slop, so they are putting pressure on YouTube. Fair enough. The second problem is for creators, but not all creators. See, for small creators, AI is actually a really good thing. It allows you to make videos that otherwise would not be possible because you don't have the resources. But for big established creators like MrBeast, it's a big problem. Sure, today AI is not good enough to recreate a MrBeast video. But if you remember where AI video was at 3 years ago versus where it's at now, you can see that it's getting better, fast. So big creators are shouting in YouTube's ear saying, if you don't clean up the AI slop, we can't keep making big expensive videos. And YouTube wants to keep these guys on the platform. So in order to keep their advertisers and their biggest creators happy, YouTube pressed the red button. And they are sending their AI to clean up AI slop all over the platform. But this created an even bigger problem. The mission was simple: delete AI slop. But the thing is, remember when we said AI is getting better and better, faster and faster? In the beginning, AI slop was its own thing, its own category. But as it got better, it started to be able to clone other niches on YouTube at a fraction of the cost. I'll give you an example. On YouTube, there's a niche of creators that create 2D animations featuring Godzilla and other giant creatures. And they get a healthy amount of views. The thing is, views equals dollars. So once AI got good enough, creators flooded onto the platform and recreated those 2D animation creature battles with AI at a fraction of the cost. And when these channels are uploading 10 or hundreds of videos per week, YouTube's AI gets alerted and swoops in. But here's the thing. YouTube's AI is not sophisticated enough to know the difference between the original high-quality 2D animations or the AI clones. So they're left with a difficult choice: let it flood or kill the entire niche. And I think you know what they chose. So YouTube's AI demonetized the entire niche, and that's when the panic began. The creators and their viewers lose it. YouTube basically rug pulled their entire livelihood overnight. It's complete insanity. And it's a bad look. I mean, it straight up looks like YouTube is stealing from their creators that they claim to care so much about. So after the mainstream news starts writing about it, that's when YouTube comes in and reinstates some of the channels. But this is just a band-aid on a tumor, because underneath, the cancer is still growing. And that's basically the problem with this entire approach. As AI gets better, one at a time, it's gonna be able to clone every single niche on YouTube. And the pattern is the same every single time. AI clones flood in, YouTube demonetizes the entire niche, and the original, hardworking creators get wiped out in the process. This is so obvious. So how could YouTube not have seen this coming? But that's the thing. They did see this coming, and they've been 2 steps ahead the entire time. I think we can agree that YouTube needs new rules, but they're not gonna rewrite new rules every single month as AI keeps getting better and better. That would be like cat and mouse, except the mouse gets faster and faster and has superpowers. No, YouTube has to write rules once that are gonna stand the test of time. Today, AI can already create 2D animation at the level where the average viewer can't tell the difference between a high-quality 2D animation that was made by a studio and thousands of hours and an entire team, or just one person with a prompt. So at some point in the future, AI is gonna be able to recreate a Mr. Beast video without millions of dollars, hundreds of crew, and all the other stuff that goes on with a Mr. Beast video. And what does that mean for Mr. Beast? His views will go down, his dollars will go down, and at some point, he won't be able to keep creating on YouTube. So let's just say that that's the end game for AI. That means that YouTube needs to write new rules that'll protect Mr. Beast from today all the way until then. And so they've introduced the new rule. And this is how they define it. Perfectly vague enough so that inauthentic content could pretty much apply to any video on YouTube. And that's by design. See, when you get your channel taken down for inauthentic content, you get the chance to appeal. And a lot of people, including myself, doubt if a real human actually looks over these appeals, but YouTube says there is. They say that they have 10,000 manual reviewers that look over appeals for channels that get taken down. When I dug into this, I found out that YouTube actually outsources this work to private companies, and they pretty much pay these manual reviewers like
just over 20 bucks an hour.
So let me get this straight.
People making 20 bucks an hour and have less than 2 minutes to review
have so much power and can decide if they want to rug pull this creator's entire livelihood overnight. That can't be. You're right, it can't. So these manual reviewers have to be given a completely different definition for inauthentic content, one that is black and white with no room for interpretation. That means that the definition for inauthentic content that's listed on YouTube's website is purposely vague and open for interpretation. But the definition that's given to their manual reviewers is completely different, the real definition. So when I was looking over the countless channels that have been demonetized and continue to be demonetized by YouTube, I started to notice a pattern. There were two things in common with every channel that got demonetized. Number one was that the majority of their videos were generated. And what I mean by generated is 2D animation, gameplay, AI, anything that was not captured by a camera. Number two was that the content was majority fiction. And fiction means scripted, anything that is not documentation of real life. That's why both a Roblox roleplay channel and an AI story channel can both get demonetized for inauthentic content. And they both instantly fail the appeal. A simple way to look at it, number one, how is it made? Camera or not camera? And everything that is not camera fits into the same bucket, which is generated. Is it fiction or nonfiction? Does it involve real people, real events, real facts? Or is it a made-up story in any way, shape, or form? Now let's plot every single type of channel. Camera plus nonfiction. Vlogs, gameplay, IRL content, totally okay. Camera plus fiction, scripted shows, skits, Mr. Beast game shows, totally okay. Generated plus nonfiction, video essays with AI visuals, explainers, think pieces, totally okay. But the last category, generated plus fiction, AI stories, Roblox roleplay, 2D animation creature battles, 3D ZACD film style shorts, banned. Now let's see if this stands the test of time. Eventually, when AI is good enough to clone a Mr. Beast video,
first person to run the obstacle course wins this $1 million.
You still have to script the conversations and scenes, which means it's fiction. And that means it's generated plus fiction. Therefore, second test.
Is this rule simple enough to outsource to 10,000 contractors?
Yes, it's black and white. So that's the rule, the entire rule. Inauthentic content means generated plus fiction. So now that you have the framework, let me show you how this is panning out in specific waves, because it's not happening all at once. It's one by one in a chain reaction, just like dominoes. Wave one, AI story channels. Late 2025, they were the first to go. Channels that narrate AI-generated scary stories, conspiracy stories, Reddit stories, pure generated fiction. YouTube nuked these first because they were the lowest hanging fruit. Obviously AI, clearly fictional, and nobody's gonna fight for them. Wave two, 2D animation, early 2026. This is where it gets a little more controversial. Eddie FRB, the dinosaur creature battles, real animators, not AI creators, but they were in the generated fiction bucket. And the system doesn't discriminate. The big ones got public attention and got reinstated just to calm people down, but the small ones didn't. Hundreds or thousands of mid-sized or small animation channels gone, and you're not gonna hear about them. Wave 3, Roblox roleplay. Early 2026. This one's sneaky because Roblox creators thought they were safe. They're playing a real game after all, but YouTube drew the line at why they're playing this game. If you're doing real gameplay, you're technically non-fiction. It's safe. But if you're using Roblox as a stage for scripted stories between fictional characters, then you're generated fiction. Gone. Wave 4. It's coming soon. There are countless more generated fiction niches on YouTube, and make no mistake, YouTube is coming for them one by one. Because at the end of the day, this is not about demonetizing AI. This is about demonetizing anything that could be made with AI. So if YouTube is willing to do all this and cause so much pain to their own creators, why not just ban AI? Because remember those 3 groups? Advertisers, viewers, creators? Believe it or not, most viewers don't care if something was made with AI or not. They don't care how it was made at all. Viewers just want to watch good content. And YouTube doesn't want to take away good content potentially from those viewers. And the small creators? YouTube doesn't want to take away the opportunity to create with AI for those small creators. It's going to open new doors and create new types of content. But the thing is, YouTube draws a line at not letting you use AI in a way that's going to disrupt their existing A-list creators. The bottom line is, YouTube wants to demonetize every single generated fiction niche before AI can flood it. And that is going to cause a lot more pain. But after that, where does this all go? What does YouTube look like in 10 years? Pull up YouTube in 2036. The homepage is going to be almost all entirely camera-first content. But it's going to have visuals on steroids, vlogs with crazy generated transitions, real-world challenges with Hollywood-level animations and graphics, podcasts on couches with B-roll that illustrates the stories that they're sharing in animation, facecam gaming where the creator can put themselves literally into the game for cutscenes, and semi-scripted reality TV like Eric or Mr. Beast, they'll continue to exist. They're just gonna have even more juiced up AI transitions and effects. Basically, AI and animation are gonna continue to exist, but not as their own thing, as a layer that sits on top of camera-created content by a real person. But what about AI or animation without a real person? There's gonna be high-quality documentaries that are researched about every single topic in the world, illustrated with AI and animation. And people are already making these right now. And guess what? They're not getting demonetized. But I suspect YouTube will probably add some sort of filter in the future where you have to fact check these and the research has to be real to prevent the spread of fake news. Look, I figured this out in the process of losing my own channel, and I don't know if I'm gonna get it back. But the reason why I'm making this video is because I don't want other creators out there to have to go through what I went through, being blindsided, not knowing what went wrong, and not seeing it coming. Because I know what that feels like. So now you have all the pieces of the puzzle, the real definition of inauthentic content. I'm not saying I agree with it, I'm not saying it's fair, but in these types of situations, you can either adapt or you can let it destroy you. Because in times like this with a lot of change, there also comes the biggest opportunities.